Guys, today's the day. What is the one mod every single person that buys any motorcycle on the market gets, regardless of the bike, the brand, or the person? That's right, fam. Fender Eliminator kit, and today we are installing it on the 450SS. Thank God. If you don't know what a Fender Eliminator kit is, it gets rid of this. This is typically where I would say, like, for some reason, motorcycle companies, blah, 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 but it's not for some reason. The reason these fenders look like they do is because legal requirements of the license plate has to be on the farthest outside of the motorcycle, blah, 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 legality. So, it opens up a giant market for Fender Eliminator kits, and today I'm gonna be installing one, but we have a problem. A good problem, but a problem. But before we get into me showing you guys the Fender Eliminator kit that we have to install, behind me is my 2022 CFMOTO 450SS, and this is an episode of WBRGarage where I buy motorcycles, ride them around, and install stuff, and then I give them away. If you guys want to win this, or our 300SS, we're giving them both away for this season. If you want to win them, all you gotta do is go to the top link in the description, WBRGarage.com. That's my website where I sell entries to get the bikes. All you gotta do is buy a membership or get some merchandise, and the website automatically adds those points to your account. At the end of the season, we pick one of the people that supported the show, and we give you the motorcycle. It's a pretty simple setup, so if you guys want to check that out, by all means, in the description down below. If you're already a member or you have already bought merch, you're freaking dope. Thank you so much. Good luck on winning your potential next motorcycles. Okay, Fender Eliminator kits. Let me explain to you guys the problem that I've got. Do you guys remember recently, or a past episode of WBRG, where I installed the Yoshimura exhaust, right? Looked like this. Sounded like this. Absolutely sick. So after that video, Yoshi was stoked, and they were like,
Chase, we loved that video. Here's our Fender Eliminator kit, check it out.
And I'm like, awesome. Thank you so much. So I have theirs. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Chase, how the hell is that a problem? A company is sending you a product to put on a motorcycle, you don't have to pay for nothing. Typically, that's not a problem. But before that, I had reached out to a company that I have been using their products for over a decade, and that is the old boys at TST Industries. Guys, I've been riding for like 14 years now, and the first motorcycle I ever had, I got a Fender Eliminator kit from TST Industries, so I feel a connection with that company. And I had already reached out to those guys and like, hey, you guys are one of the few companies making aftermarket parts for the 450SS. Can you guys send out your Fender Eliminator kit so I can install it? And they were like, abso-freaking-lutely, broski. We're gonna send you that. We're gonna send you whatever you need. This hat does not fit. You know what? Let's do it the right way. Okay, there, that hat fits a little better now. So, here's my thing. I reached out to TST Industries first, and I'm gonna install their Fender Eliminator kit on the bike, but that leaves me up with a problem. I have a Yoshimura Fender Eliminator kit for the 450SS. So here's what we're gonna do. If you own a 450SS here in America, leave a comment down below, and if you need a Fender Eliminator kit, I'll send you my Yoshi one. And that way everybody wins. I will show you guys the Yoshi one. They do approach it a lot differently, both companies. So I'll show you what you get for both TST Industries and the Yoshi one, and then we'll get to installing the TST Industries one. Yoshi, I'm sorry, but they beat you to it. Still love you though. Okay, check them out. So guys, when it comes to the TST Industries kit, what I've got here is the license plate bracket, the rear turn signals. I've got the turn signal brackets. I got a flash relay, and I've got the lighting for the rear, and then the cap that goes on the back. So with TST Industries, you can buy all the pieces individually, or they bundle it together, which is really neat. I kind of appreciate that, because if you're going to buy this motorcycle and just have it as a track bike, it's kind of cool because you can literally just buy the plate that takes the fender off. That's kind of neat. Also, A banner? Okay, we'll open that too for no reason. Okay, so Yoshi does something a little differently because obviously this is all modular and there's pieces, but they do theirs different. So when it comes to the Yoshi box, it's far more succinct and packaged. We have literally 3 bags. We have this big bracket plate, so they put it as one item. We have all the little mounting hardware here, and then we have the actual license plate bracket with the light. So as you guys can see, compared to the like pick and choose model the TST has, Yoshi does a much more succinct little kit. Comes in this little box. This is what will be going to one of you beautiful individuals. Now, another thing that I have to give absolutely massive props with TST is their instructional video is literally better than anything I've ever seen on another company's instructional video stuff. So, while today's video is going to be me installing this product and letting you guys know what I think about it, I would implore you, if you are going to buy this TST stuff, links in the description as always, I would implore you guys, go to TST's website. Let's scroll to the Fender Eliminator. Okay, cool. We are going to go here. This 40-minute installation video takes you through step by step every single thing you need to do. So even if you are an absolutely inept person that can barely work on your own motorcycle, I promise you, you can follow that and they have it laid out so much better. Here's why I'm telling you this, okay? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching this video. I'm gonna take you through the entire steps of me installing this thing, but if you buy it yourself, watch that video, you will know exactly how to do everything. I am trying to make a cinematic, fun little video for you to watch. They actually make a tutorial video that you should follow. So that's the information. Also, something changed. So from their video, they are going to be working off of a stock CFMOTO 450SS. If you guys remember in previous episodes, I installed this little seat cowl here. So my installation is going to be slightly different, although it shouldn't be that big of a problem. But, you know, it's going to be a little different if you have a stock bike. With all of that blah, blah, blah said, let's get to installing this thing and taking some stuff out of a box. I did mean bag, not box. My God. Oh, bro, this will be perfect. I can put this up here and I can hide all of the bull that's behind it. Is that going to work? We're going to make that work. 1 second. Wow, what a great size. That's actually really nice. Now you guys won't be able to see all the craziness going on behind here. Look at that. That looks great. Okay, now I guess we'll install stuff now. All right, so guys, one of the reasons that the TST stuff has so many more items than the Yoshi stuff is because I have the TST blinkers that I'm going to be installing. I have a flasher relay, and this is mostly for if you're going to LEDs from incandescent bulbs. And then this is a pulsar for your tail light. I'll explain more about that later, but these are the 2 pieces that go with the pulsar. So you are, like, we are installing more stuff here than the Yoshi stuff is going to be. So that's one of the reasons you see so much stuff over here. But yeah, let's just get installing it. We've got the bracket here. That's what attaches underneath the bike. That's the plate that replaces the big slot where the fender goes. That's our light. Like I said, our relay, our brake pulsar, and our connector for the brake pulsar. So let me hit play and let's get this video going. Before we get into anything, I know that I'm going to have to remove this guy and this seat, so we will go ahead and get those removed now. So it looks like this zip tie was attached to the, I'll show you guys this little spot here. Can't really see it from over there, but that zip tie was kind of popped through this little guy right here. That's what was holding this down. Okay guys, now that we have everything unplugged, we can go ahead and start getting the rear tailpiece off. This is one of the nice things about doing all of this at the same time. To get to like the relay and get to the pulser and everything, I can do all of it at one time. I'm not gonna have to like redo a lot of this stuff. If I was a really smart boy, I would have done the rear cowl at the same time as all of this, but we're making episodes here. So I'm gonna get the rear tail taken off, get these wires threaded out, and we will continue this process. This is why you remove this. Look how giant that is. I'm saving this so I can show you guys a comparison at the end of it. All right, so first thing we gotta do is pre-build the license plate brackets. So that's what we're gonna be doing here. All right guys, now that we have the license plate bracket kind of like temp put together, we are going to have to modify this cap because as you guys might be able to see, there's a little hole right here. So remember, this thing is modular. So if you were gonna do like a race bike situation, you would just use that. But I need pass-through for wiring. So you have to drill a hole right here. And I think they suggested 1 inch. I'm gonna find out. Thank God for those tutorials. I thought it was 1 inch, so far off, 3/8.
And then I'm going to go for 3/8.
This is what we're gonna get up to. You need to do 3 holes, 1 tiny one, 1 medium, 1 actual 3/8. So I'm gonna get a block of wood and we'll get this thing drilled out. Jesus. And there we go, new little hole. All right guys, now that we have our little plate hole created, we are going to be mounting this underneath the bike so that it stays in place, and then we'll start running all the wires and stuff. So I've got all my hardware here. Let's go to the back of the bike and get this thing installed in a very specific order. Okay, this guy goes here. That goes up into there. Dude, look how clean that's gonna look. That's gonna be sick. Oh my God. Okay, hold. All right, now that we've got these on here, we can get the license bracket starting to thread in there. My tool is literally just long enough. I ended up making these a little too tight, so I had to loosen them a little bit. And it looks like I loosened them too much, but it'll be all right. We'll get it figured out. If you have them too tight, you can't adjust it back and forth. All right, cool. Now we have that adjustment and we can start fine tuning and tightening now. All right, so based on the video, I now need to use a 10 mil, put them around here. Oh my God, that's literally the perfect size.
That's what she said?
I love things that are intentional. All right, I'm supposed to get into here, make sure these are straight, and they look like they are, because if they weren't, these wouldn't kind of hinge correctly. But you can hold this and then tighten them down. Looks like I kind of lucked out with angling them the right way. Sweet, perfect. Now we can move on. All right, so it looks like we're able to tighten this action now. I want it like a slightly upward angle. While I'm here and I've got everything tightened down, I'm gonna go ahead and lock this in place now that I've got it adjusted correctly. Let's try that again. Bro, dude, look at the difference. Like, we don't have the lights on, obviously, like the blinkers, but look how much lower profile that is. I just realized the TST thing is upside down. You know why? Because I'm a genius. I'm gonna flip that now. Dang it, man. There we go. I love it when people try to be smart and create things. Like TST clearly put their name here so that it would be obvious what angle you were supposed to do this at. And even despite that, people can still install it incorrectly. I just realized the TST thing is upside down. God, idiots, am I right? God. There we go. I fix. All right, my friends, next up we are going to temporarily mount the license plate light. It's just gonna slot in right here. The cable's gonna go under into our little hole. We will do all the wiring after we get everything mounted here in the back. It should just slot in there and then up through the little hole that we drilled. Boom. Just like that. The way they have this figured up is the license plate light sits here, and then the license plate itself being bolted in is what holds this light on. Obviously this light is very light, like it doesn't need a lot of light clamping. So that just kind of hangs out there until we get the license plate on. But next up we got to do the blinkers, since we're doing those on this installation, and they are sleek and look sick, especially compared to this. No offense, CFMOTO, but I mean, come on. All right, guys, now we can move on to installing the turn signals. And here's one of the neat little things that they showed you about the turn signals on there. So again, their name is on the back of the turn signal. That name needs to be upright. So that means that this turn signal is if I'm looking at the bike this way, this goes here and this goes here, because that allows you to read the naming on the back. How neat is that? Otherwise, there'd be no freaking way I would be able to know that. God, idiots, am I right? God, cool. Got the hardware, got this. I'm gonna take it to the back and we'll get it temporarily installed. This is also the hardware that's gonna hold on your license plate. So the way they show is washer, bolt, this will go here. So you go into the back of there, and then you just get the washer on. All right, and now we can move this guy to there. All right, and now I'm gonna go grab the other license plate. I'm gonna move this over just a little bit though. Okay. All right, guys, so the final thing to do now, they say that you can either run these back along the back and into the hole, or you can route it up with the wires that the license plate light is using. I feel like that's really the only option, because it's gonna look so much cleaner to have all of these wires together. I wouldn't even think that is an option, because it's gonna look so much better. No shot I would do that any other way. So I've done the wire tucking over here, and look at the difference in the back. Like, look how much the wire is just put together. So all I'm saying to do is route this cable over the top, and then you just tuck it into the bottom at that point. Alrighty guys, now we are at the point where we have to start getting everything reconnected. So they have a handy little description of the colors that go where, and yellow, so from the signal, so this should be my right signal. I have a yellow and a black cable. Yellow goes to blue, black goes to green. Alrighty, now we're looking for orange and green, and we have them right here. And black goes to green again, and then yellow goes to orange. So apparently I can test if this works right now. Let's do that and see if I goofed up. I'm gonna go to the right signal first. Damn it. Bro, it looks cool. God, every time. God, idiots, am I right? God. Guys, sometimes I wonder, like, how do I do it? How do I fail so much and be okay with it? And I don't know the answer. I think it's because I've got my expectations figured out to where I know what to expect out of myself, and we just do what we gotta do, you know? That's the only way I can fathom that I can handle not caring about failing. Ow. And let's do this thing. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. Okay, key in, right side. We did it. Damn right we did. All right, guys, so there are 2 more in here, and those are gonna go to the the license plate light. And I've never used these before, but they are posi-tap connectors, and apparently you just screw them on and they work. So we're gonna try this out for these guys. Okay, so that's the brown. So now I take this super long cable that's the license plate light. I grab the red, because red goes to brown. And apparently I unscrew the top. Oh no, nobody move. Stop moving. Oh, that could have been terrible. Okay, if I did that correctly, I should have a license plate light now. This little familiar situation. Nice. There we go. Perfect. I didn't mess that one up. All right, guys, so all the wiring for the tail light and the blinkers are done, but now I need to try to install the little flasher relay, this little guy, and I just gotta try to figure out how to get that thing out, which is not going to be the easiest thing to do. There we go. Nice. Now this should just go like this. Sweet, we can just tuck that in, back in there. All right, guys, final thing we're installing is this. And what this little box does is, right now, if I pull the brake in, my brake light is just going to turn on. What this does is it has 3 different modes, but it makes your brake light flash, which gets attention way better for people coming up behind you. And apparently it's super easy plug and play. You don't have to uninstall or reinstall anything. You literally unplug something and you route it through this. So that's gonna just help you, if you guys have watched my Learn to Ride in Traffic series, I tell you guys to tap the rear brake to make your light pulsate so people will pay attention to it more. This literally does it for you and you get multiple options. So let me show you guys how easy this is to install. So you have these 2 things that we unplugged earlier. These just go into here. So now you just plug them in there. You plug this in there. And now this new cable will go into this. There we go. That is literally all you have to do. And now this box is what's gonna modulate that brake. So let's check out the brake now. Okay, so currently I don't know what setting it's on. Okay, it does its turn on sequence. And now when I hit the brake, you saw that? How it flashes and then goes solid? It can do a couple other things, but I really like the blinking and then go solid thing, so I'm actually gonna keep it that way. All you have to do to change it is take off the 2 little screws on the top and hit a button while you're applying the brake and it'll change it. I'm just gonna keep it like it is. Ain't gotta worry about it because that's how I wanna do it. So I'm going to tidy this area up, and that's all she wrote. Actually, you know what? I can do this. Yeah, now I can see myself and I can hype my own self up. That. Guys, I have it installed, and oh my God, a Fender Eliminator kit is so freaking sick. Check this thing out.
That was my knees.
I thought you were about to sneeze. All right, guys, look, we know this looks good and everything, right? But the huge deal here is this is what was on it. This is what it is now. It is literally night and day different. You literally lose this whole couple pound mechanism for the sleekness, not only of the blinkers, but it just, on such a good looking bike, it's so freaking good. Also, guys, when you guys are installing these, if you're gonna install one yourself, if you get one that's adjustable, like the TST one is, make sure this is not straight down, because if it is, you run the risk of hitting your rear tire. That can mess your tire up, that can mess your license plate up. Take it from a previous idiot. Take it from a previous idiot that's done that before. You will really mess your stuff up. So I think we are done now. Guys, that was the TST Industries Fender Eliminator rear turn signals, relay, and brake thingy-majig. I will have links for all of these things in the description because I have no idea what they're called. But highly recommend it. Love the install. Also, just one more time, TST Industries, please continue being the people that show how to do install videos. You guys have been crushing it for years. Please continue crushing it. You guys always do a fantastic job. If you guys want to check it out, like I said, links in the description. If you want to win the damn motorcycle or the 300SS that we have, WBRGarage.com. I'm Chaseontwowheels. You guys have been awesome. Thanks for getting in the video. Put OC in your comment down below and let me know, have you ever installed a Fender Eliminator kit on your motorcycle? If you did, was it from TST? Because they make Fender Eliminators for like everybody. Love you guys a long time. See you on the next one. Bye. Bye.
Hold up, brake light, flasher relay.
Brake light, flasher, relay. Words that I'll never say. You guys ride safe out there. I'll see you on the next one.